Floods, fires, riots.
LA's not all plagues, Charlie.
I thought those were the seasons.
I spent a few years here as a kid. It'll be a nice change to be back.
She's a part-time aromatherapist. Invited me mountain biking.
Is that an earthquake crack?
Too small. We're out here to do a job.
What's the use of coming out to LA if you're not gonna party?
Riding a bicycle up on mountains and party, whatever happened to beer and pretzel?
Check that out. How's that for familiar? Girl blocks moms. Partner cuts in. Purse is history.
2 men blocking grab.
Your mother didn't even know what hit her.
Bump decoy, I snatch.
Oh, my apologies. That was his fault.
It wasn't my fault. He should watch where he's going.
Why don't you just apologize to the guy?
You okay, mister? What? Oh, you got the lady's bag. Don't worry about it. I'll give it back to her.
Hey, you're an amateur. Hey, let's go.
Man, I gotta get a soda. My stomach's doing flip-flops from those seafood crepes.
I told you to order kosher.
I'll check on the car.
I'll get the bags.
Baggage will arrive on Carousel 3 and 4. Check the bag.
Wash my hands. Gotta get back to work. Handle some food.
FBI. Where is it?
With what?
The drugs, Mr. Gregory.
What drugs?
I got something. Looky here.
But when you were little, nobody let you play with their Barbie.
Well, looks like you're gonna be playing with dolls for 10 to 20.
Come on, lady. That thing could have been here since yesterday. You can't put that down with me.
FBI, sir. How long you been in there?
Well, a few minutes. It's probably not food poisoning, but I had a cramp.
Did you see this man come into the bathroom?
Yeah, he put a doll in the garbage.
Cuff him. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak with an attorney.
If you guys want to keep dancing, that's fine. I'm just getting tired of the same old song.
Oh, he's getting tired, Larry. Maybe we should put him to sleep.
Lady, why don't you go arrest some real criminals?
I just did. Now, for the last time, who's your supplier?
I get most of my stuff at the Gap.
Chris, we got a clean bust. No reason to get rough.
Is that what she was doing? How precious.
Listen.
Chris? How about I get everybody some coffee? You want coffee, Gregory?
Yeah, black. Want sugar.
Can I trust you not to shoot him for the next 20 seconds?
You know, punks who think that they can waltz into LA carrying drugs like they were some kind of a Happy Meal. So how was your flight?
You're our contact? Agent Kowalski?
Life's one little surprise after another, isn't it?
I was expecting somebody.
Taller? Welcome to your Los Angeles assignment.
Your pal Larry doesn't know?
Operational security to protect you. It's time to call your lawyer.
Well, Mr. Gregory, ordinarily, the first thing I'd do would be to seek bail. But in your case, that could easily be as much as $500,000.
It's not a problem.
Good.
Because I don't like it when my clients stiff me. And my legal services don't come cheap.
I didn't hire you because you were cheap. I hired you because I want to be acquitted.
Right. Now, with that in mind, there is the minor problem that you were caught with a substantial quantity of narcotics.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I will look for a miracle, but miracles cost extra.
Already told you, it's not a problem.
Fine. Every case has its vulnerable point. I'm sure we'll find one here. Be in touch soon.
Mr. Flint, your assertion that Mr. Apasutu was murdered not by your client, but by the Samoan Mafia strikes some people as being far-fetched.
Mr. Bagley is one of the finest men I know.
And the victim was shot with a Smith & Wesson .32. Mr. Bagley is the registered owner of a Smith & Wesson .32.
Which was stolen 2 years ago.
He never reported that to the police.
Mike, all of these details have been reported out of context. It's circumstantial, it's inflammatory.
That's our target, Marcus Flint. Defense attorney who gets guilty clients acquitted.
By blaming the Samoan Mafia. Creative.
If he just sold soap to juries, we wouldn't be after him. He has paid informants in every police department.
Sure this isn't sour grapes with you guys. There could be a Samoan Mafia.
Key evidence against his clients gets lost.
Well, sometimes things get a little wild in Pago Pago.
Witnesses change their stories or disappear.
Well, disappear? Nobody said anything about disappear.
Oh, I am so sorry no one explained the risks to you. Now, if you'd like to go back to your safe, warm prison cells...
No, thank you.
Someone in Washington thought it made sense to have a convict pose as a convict. And if we don't get Flint, see to it that these two gentlemen go back to prison.
Nice guy.
He doesn't need to be. You ready? Flint's #1 informant. Secretary in the green blouse, the brunette.
The one with the silver-plated heart earrings, pearl pink nail polish, rose tattoo on her calf.
You know her?
You want to know your shoe size? Ask him.
Look, you help us bring down Flint. You go back to New York and we all get on with our lives, okay?
8.5B.
Make sure we know where your client is at all times. We don't want to have to go looking for him.
That guy in the John with the doll, he's a serious drug dealer. He could kill me.
We might be able to arrange federal protection.
I don't need protection. I need money.
They don't pay witnesses.
Just a little bit to get out of town and start over.
Hello, is Mr. Flint there? Tell him Julie has some information for him.
That's tuna. That's yellowtail, and that's sea urchin.
What about this thing with the little orange balls?
Salmon roe.
Waitress. Hey, you mind you cooking this for me?
It's supposed to be raw.
Oh, great. Maybe for dessert, I'll go outside and I'll chew on a palm tree.
Look, as soon as security checks out your house, I'll drop you off. We seized it from an embezzler last month. Yeah, checking out their shoe sizes, Royo?
What you have to understand about the women out here, Chrissy,
What
is...
I have to understand, and it's Agent Kowalski.
It's a cultural difference. Out here, if you got it, you flaunt it. In New York, you never know what you're gonna find under a heavy coat, you know?
Perhaps a person.
What's that?
Subway. Even in the summer. You know, these New York women, they wear these baggy minimum.
Oh, that ain't no Subway.
Aftershock.
Aftershock after what? After earthquake aftershock?
Yeah, 3.2, maybe 3.3.
3.3.
Oh, I'll make sure one of Flint's spies gets your phone number.
Great, my last meal was bait.
Mr. Walker, if you're nervous about meeting with me, you don't have to be. There's nothing illegal about a prosecution witness meeting with the defendant's attorney.
Oh, yeah? Good.
I know you have been talking to the U.S. attorney about your testimony.
Oh, yeah, the guy, the bathroom, the whole thing.
I gotta ask you, are you absolutely certain you saw my client with that doll?
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure. You know, it was just for a minute, so.
So you might have been mistaken.
Well, I'm human.
Where do you work, Mr. Walker?
Right now, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about moving back east.
Oof, moving. That's expensive.
It sure is. It sure is, you know, but I really want to move. You know, in fact, I'd like to move right now. We're waiting around for this trial.
My client's a very generous man, Mr. Walker. If you sincerely believe that you might have been mistaken about seeing him, And you'd like to avoid being harassed by the U.S. attorney for saying so. I think you'd be willing.
$20,000.
For justice? Shouldn't be a problem.
It's going down. Talked to Flynn an hour ago. He said I have to come up with $40,000.
Charges a lot of overhead. Made the deal with Charlie for 20.
And I'm not supposed to know, right? This guy ought to write a book.
This guy would be doing 20 years with you and your friends.
In case you haven't noticed, Agent Kowalski, we're on your side now.
My side? Look, I joined the FBI voluntarily. Not to carve a few years off my jail sentence.
Not all of us have the advantages of your fine upbringing.
The $40,000 will be transferred to your account.
Cool. So can I get out of jail now? I didn't do anything, remember?
Here I am. Hot dog? Yeah, sure. You know, in New York, you get these with kraut and everything. It doesn't even cost you extra.
I only see mustard.
Mustard? Yeah, what's mustard? You got any kraut? I got mustard. It doesn't have kraut. I'm
How
telling
is
you.
he gonna talk about kraut?
Charlie's very particular about his wieners.
Get better with kraut.
Well, next time I'll bring you some.
Oh, well, no next time. I'm ready to buy a plane ticket.
What? Really? You're going on a trip?
Yeah, back east, you know?
That would mean you wouldn't be able to be here for my client's trial.
Ah, that's right. Now why wait here?
Ice, you got a quarter? Ice.
Oh, I didn't think we came
Quarter?
here for hot dogs.
No. Kowalski, quarter?
Oh, jeez. Here.
No, I think I want a soda. You want a soda?
No, I don't want a soda. You know what I want. I want $20,000.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, all units get ready to move.
Now, this money, you'd be using it to buy a plane ticket?
Yeah, and a pretty new hat.
What is going on?
Damn!
Damn? What damn?
Getting stung.
Mr. Walker, just exactly what are you proposing?
I'm proposing exactly what you offered. You give me $20,000, I forget I ever saw your client.
Hands in the air!
What are you doing? I didn't give the order. Who the hell are those people?
Put them up!
Hate to tell you, I don't think they're your people.
Come on, get up. You're under arrest for soliciting a bribe.
Stand down. Stay out of sight.
Me? Who the hell are you?
LAPD.
What? No, not me. He's the one with the bribe. Look, he's got $20,000 in there.
Really? Where? Oh.
I hate LA.
Let's go.
Take it easy.
He got rid of a witness without spending a dime.
And he gets to keep $40,000 of the government's money.
Government got off easy.
What do you mean?
You're the one going back to jail.
Sure, I'm glad we went to work for the FBI so we wouldn't have to stay in jail.
Karma, Charlie.
Great. Lack of free will makes me feel so much better. Maybe next life I'll come back as a piñata.
Why don't you just relax, kick back, catch some rays, use some color.
I'm Irish. We don't tan. We burst into flames.
I'd pay to see that. Hold this. I get a light?
Do I look like a matchbook?
Jay Bagley.
So?
We got the same lawyer.
Oh, yeah. You're the drug dealer got caught at the airport.
Alleged drug dealer.
Right. Carrying heroin on a doll. How many malt liquors it take to come up with that?
Yeah. Takes a real master criminal to shoot a pool boy in his back.
Wasn't me. It was the Samoan Mafia. Don't you read the papers?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I got your lawyer. Samoan Mafia. Flint's gotta be worth his fee.
You got that right. I'm out of here in half an hour. Reduced bail. Seems the cops just can't find a murder weapon.
Does Flint have any?
Hey! What are you doing here? Thought they'd pack your way back east for another 10 years.
Nah, man, you think about my brother.
What brother?
Brother you're thinking about.
Oh, yeah. Tell him I say hi. Maybe I'll tell him. I'm processing out today.
We practically look like twins.
Two of you? Whatever. Have a good day.
If you don't want to work with us, fine. But don't get me killed by blowing our cover.
How was I supposed to know?
Check. Cross-reference. Put us somewhere where nobody knows us.
With your records, it'd have to be a Girl Scout camp.
You know, I think it's great the way we talk so freely here. I mean, a lot of people hide their feelings, but this is very healthy.
You think you want Flint, lady? Believe it, we want him more.
Our butts he's gotten a stir here.
He's playing our game. He definitely doesn't think we're smart enough to play his.
Where would he get that idea?
Okay. We couldn't get Flint for fixing my case, but we can get him for fixing Bagley's.
Okay, I'm listening.
Bagley says they can't find the gun he used to shoot that kid. What actually happened that night?
Well, Bagley, quote, found the body, unquote, when he went to visit his girlfriend. Called his lawyer before he called the cops.
So Flint got there first?
And left without being searched.
So he took the gun with him?
Flint's real finicky about getting paid. Keeping that gun's a good way to make sure Bagley will pay his bill.
So if we can get Flint with that gun, you can send him away.
And how are you gonna do that?
No sweat. But when I'm out of jail, I think a lot clearer.
Come on, Charlie, you can't disable it?
No.
Bypass it.
No, the only way you can bypass this is from the control panel inside. I thought you said Flint was in court.
He is. He's working on my case.
Rent-a-cop coming with the dog.
Hey, hold it!
Oh, you can't jump this. I'm not a jump. I couldn't jump this thing with a trampoline. Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi. No dogs, no dogs.
Hold it. We'll catch you guys later.
Turn around.
Hurt my hand, tore my shirt. I should sue.
You know what, Alphonse? I think you should.
I want to know where every toilet is, how high the stall doors are. I don't know. What? Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got arrested, what terminal were you at?
One with the cops.
He doesn't know. Look, how many men's rooms can there be? You check all of them. Right? Later.
You got a payphone in your house?
Better. This one pays me. Every business conversation gets billed to a client.
Let me get this straight. Some bozo calls you for 15 minutes, and you bill me $100.
200. I bill in 30-minute increments, and I get about 20 calls a night.
Gotta get one of them in my crib.
Right, look, you need a law degree first, and a reputation.
You know what I hate about lawyers? They work around us crooks all day, and somehow they never go to jail. And man, they got egos. Watch this. Now you're gonna charge me for reading your mail?
This one, I'm the client. I'm being sued in small claims court for $200.
Fine, pay it and just take one extra phone call.
Yeah, I don't think so. I built my reputation winning cases, not losing them.
You're gonna fight over $200?
Yeah. I don't lose cases to the state of California. I don't lose cases to the United States government. How's it gonna look if I lose one to Damon Pickford.
Mr. Pickford, why were you walking near Mr. Flint's house in the first place?
I was looking for a fresh canvas, Your Honor.
You're an artist?
A landscape artist. I create gardens. Much the way God would if he wasn't otherwise engaged.
Your Honor, can we get to the complaint?
Mr. Flint couldn't be bothered to attend our modest proceedings?
He's a very busy man. I'm Jared Graham. I'm one of his associates.
I've got a complaint. Mr. Flint's yard looks like it's been planted by a savage. I mean, what happened? Did Kmart have a sale on azaleas or something?
Your Honor.
It says here Mr. Flint's dog jumped a fence and bit Mr. Pickford.
Yes, well, he doesn't have a dog.
Well, I say he does, because he bit me, right? This is my doctor's bill for $200, and I spent $350 on pain relievers, Judge. I get these terrible headaches now, you know?
Yes, I'm sure you do. But the fact remains that Mr. Flint does not own a dog.
Oh, you know, I've got photographs. Right?
Is this Mr. Flint's house?
I'm not sure. I've never been there.
Well, that's your loss, isn't it? I mean, he's got some brilliant forsythias, you know?
Your Honor, there's no dog in these pictures.
Then why is there a doghouse, then?
I believe that is a garden shed.
Or a very large doghouse.
How do you know Mr. Flint doesn't have a dog?
He told me.
But he couldn't be bothered to come here and tell me.
I'm a reasonable man. Just show me.
Show you what?
That he doesn't have a dog.
Take you to Mr. Flint's house.
Don't you want to see it?
I have to warn you, Mr. Graham, I'm leaning toward the plaintiff here.
It seemed like the easiest way to dispose of the matter.
By bringing this man to my house.
It was a hostile judge.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Pickford? You see a dog?
No, not yet.
Excuse me.
Right. Is that a dog hair?
Graham, it's for you.
Pardon me.
He did it, Carl.
Car's registered to your wife, Mr. Graham. Yeah, it's on fire on the north side of Wilshire. Okay, I'm Officer Walker. We'll wait for you. Okay. You sure he doesn't have a dog? Come on.
Can I help you, Mr. Pickford?
No, but you could help this little darling, right? Water?
I'd love to stay and chat more about plants, but I'm afraid I have some work to do.
I want to keep you, Mr. Flint, but
It's been a pleasure.
you just show me upstairs, I'll be on my way, right? Right.
Nice house.
Told you like L.A.
You didn't show me the whole upstairs.
What do you think? I'm keeping a dog in the sauna?
Or perhaps a water spaniel?
Yeah, you're done, Mr. Pickford.
But wait. What about the white zone, Mr. Flint?
Bye-bye.
What's the hair, Mr. Flint, Mr. Flint? Now, you know, I know you've got the little puppy in there, mate, and I'll get it, you know.
Did Chauncey the gardener again?
My public demands it, right? You know.
Look, you sure it was the right gun?
Smith & Wesson 32, same kind Bagley used to kill the pool boy.
Flint stashed the real gun somewhere. He's got to be worried.
The only way to know this isn't the real one is to go look at the one he hid.
Oh, down.
Then all you gotta do is read him his rights.
This wasn't in the training manual. take it away with him?
The man's too smart.
He even just looks at it before he puts it back in the box.
He's too damn smart to mail himself a gun.
Mr. Flint?
What can I do for the FBI?
Is that your package?
Oh, this. Well, I suppose it is. It has my address on it.
Aren't you going to open it?
Would you like me to? It looks as though somebody sent me a gun, and it's not even my birthday.
No return address, typed label. You've never seen that gun before?
Not to my knowledge.
You didn't maybe mail it to yourself?
Good Lord, do you know what this looks like? The gun that killed that poor pool boy. Maybe somebody found it and mailed it to me.
You don't have to act it out for my sake, Flint.
Please, take this. See that justice is done.
Oh, that worked well.
Shut up, Charlie.
Marcus Flint is laughing in our faces.
The gun had Bagley's fingerprints on it. He'll be convicted.
Some two-bit, hot-headed hoodlum is not our business. Our business is an attorney who is making a mockery of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the American system of justice.
Sir, there's some value in convicting a murderer, and their plan did make
Kowalski, are you apologizing for these con men?
Sir, it's just that it's not...
Nobody owes anybody any apologies. We got a new way to get Flint now.
Oh, and that would be what? Card tricks? I suppose you're going to reach behind his ear, pull out a signed confession?
Bagley's going down, and Bagley knows what Flint's been up to.
Where are you going?
Wash it again, will you? Back seat still stinks.
It was time to mess with Bagley's head, which wouldn't be hard, because I know what makes thugs like him tick.
What do you want?
I just thought I'd come ask. You think we can trust our lawyer? Why'd he keep that gun anyway? That man's worrying about his butt, not yours.
He'll still get me off. He's got ways.
Well, if he doesn't get you off, I know what I'd do.
Yeah, 25 to life.
You gotta go to jail. It's got to be handy having your lawyer in there with you.
Hey! Maybe you better think about changing lawyers.
How come?
Because if that shyster doesn't get me off, he's going down with me.
Right, 9. But we're 4th up, and Judge Corlett goes over every detail. Look, I gotta go. A friend of mine just showed up. All right, so I'll see you on Wednesday. And remember, haircut and suit, no earring. All right, bye. Sorry, Jay. I thought we were meeting tomorrow, but what a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, hey, let's blow up some balloons and have a party.
Jay, if you're upset about
I'll spend the rest of my life in jail. Who, me?
It's not gonna happen, Jay.
You know what, Flint? It better not. Or I just might have to tell the cops how you hid that gun for me. Oh, yeah, and all your other little tricks, too.
That wouldn't be very smart, Jay. I mean, that would incriminate you.
Hey, if I'm already convicted, it would only incriminate you. Just a word of the wise, counselor. See you in court.
Come on, Jay. Look, I got a brand new single malt scotch and an idea for your case that cannot miss.
Yeah, what? You got 30 pictures of another judge?
Better. But it won't work if you've been talking about my methods. That little threat you made before. Did you say that to anybody else?
No. Just that drug dealer client of yours.
Ice?
Yeah, Ice. So what do you got in mind for me?
Something very special, Jay.
Yeah, well, it better be, because I'm not kidding.
Hello?
Jay!
You're upset? You're depressed? Well, I'm glad you caught me here in the car. What, you're at my house? No, Jay, don't do it.
What is this? Are you talking to yourself?
I'm talking to you. Yeah, it seems you're feeling pretty guilty about killing that kid.
What the hell are you talking about?
Only I could have gotten to you in time. It's bad, Jay. You're suicidal. In fact, you're about to shoot yourself.
Mr. Bagley's suicide is reported to police minutes after it occurred by Marcus Flint, his attorney.
If you got any more plans, let me know. I'll tell the coroner to stand by.
Bagley was a fool.
He must have gone over to Flint's house and shot his mouth off.
Well, that's not the way Flint's telling it. See, Bagley was his guest. Bagley was despondent. Flint went out to buy some scotch. Bagley called him on his cell phone. Flint says he heard the gunshot over the line, drove home, called the cops.
It's all lies.
We got his records from the phone company. They confirmed the call from the house phone to the cell phone.
Phone company records only show outgoing calls. He has this fancy little phone that keeps track of incoming calls, too. We gotta get those tapes.
Well, we've applied for a subpoena for all of Flint's records, but he's fighting it in court.
The only reason he'd fight it is if they can show him talking on the phone at home when he says he's out buying groceries.
So I testify. Bagley told me he'd take Flint down. He didn't seem suicidal then. Oh, Chalmers, what's up? You brought some pizza?
You better run out and buy one, Gregory, because you're going to be back on a prison diet for the next 20 years.
20 years for what?
Trafficking and heroin.
Hey, man, that was the little game I was playing with you guys, remember?
I got the lab report. Half the heroin in the doll was replaced with cornstarch.
What?
You figure you borrow a little heroin from the Bureau, no one would notice.
Come on, it's Flint. It's gotta be Flint.
He tampers with evidence. That's why you're after him.
He fingered ice. It's obvious.
Mr. Chalmers not trying to see this, Charlie.
No, I see a criminal who's never reformed. We're going to have your bail revoked. And until we do, there is going to be a tail on your backside every second. And when you do go on trial, it is going to be for real.
Well, I don't deal drugs, Kowalski. You know that.
You know what, Ice? I don't.
Jay Bagley committed suicide, but it was the county that wrongly incarcerated him. He failed to provide him with the basic mental health services he needed for the depression he was obviously suffering from. That is the basis of this lawsuit, which we are hoping will send a message to the penal system. Any further questions you might have, I'm sure my associate, Mr. Graham, here will be happy to answer. Thank you.
How's this for a message? You killed Bagley and you framed me.
Does that mean you're firing me as your attorney?
Mr. Flint?
Ah, they're moving up the hearing on the subpoena for my phone records. Since you're the main witness against me, I don't think the government stands much of a chance, do you?
This ain't over, Flint.
No, I think it is. Is that your babysitter over there? It's very attractive. You're rude not to say hello. Agent Kowalski, next time you want to frame me, send somebody smarter than Mr. Gregory. No offense.
Look at that guy. You know what he is.
Yeah, so?
So what does your gut tell you about me?
I believe in evidence, Ice, not indigestion.
Trust your feelings, Kowalski. It's in your blood.
In my blood?
1967, Tokyo. Japanese school teacher meets an American soldier named Donald Kowalski. He asks her out on a date. Now, her head tells her no, but she trusts her instincts. She goes.
How do you know that?
I called your mother.
You talked to my mother?
Hey, I like to know about the people I work with. Charlie hacked your files. I got her number. Don't forget, Aunt Sonia's birthday's next week.
Talk to my mother.
Go with your gut, Kowalski. I need your help. To bring Flint down, we needed his phone records, but it didn't look good. The U.S. attorney said our case stunk, but I knew we could beat him in court.
The government's request for my phone records in this case is a massive violation of attorney-client privilege. It is clearly prohibited by Rule 503. Conversations that I have with my associates are every bit as privileged. See Brown v. Twigg.
Even granting those precedents, we do have the testimony of a witness that the deceased, Mr. Bagley, threatened Mr. Flint.
We're talking about the testimony of Mr. Isaac Gregory, a career felon?
Yes. But he does have first-hand knowledge
Save
of
it, Mr. Jordan. I'll hear him.
Mr. Gregory?
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah, I do.
Mr. Gregory, when, if ever, did you hear Mr. Bagley threaten Mr. Flint?
The day Mr. Flint killed him.
Objection.
Sustained. Make that the day Mr. Bagley died, Mr. Gregory.
Yeah, whatever.
And what, if anything, did Mr. Bagley say about Mr. Flint?
He said, that shyster doesn't get me off, he's going down with me.
Thank you.
Mr. Gregory, how many felonies have you been convicted of?
Look, I did my time. I'm rehabilitated.
But aren't you currently under arrest for heroin trafficking?
That was part of an FBI sting against you.
Oh.
Do you have evidence to back this up?
Your Honor, Special Agent Christine Kowalski indicated that she would try to appear.
Try?
Apparently, she had some other business. But I do have this copy of a travel voucher for Mr. Gregory on FBI letterhead.
This is it? No witness?
Obviously, the FBI is embarrassed by this man, Your Honor.
Apparently so. The application by the government for a subpoena is denied with prejudice. You may not reapply.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice trial, Mr. Gregory.
He's gone.
About time. I was getting thirsty.
Muggs, my man. You almost had me believing you were a judge.
I should have. I've been in front of enough of them.
Slider, you can swear me in any day.
Least I can do after jamming you up in jail, man.
That's right. That's right. Jordan.
There he is. There she goes, right there.
What time do you want to start?
9 o'clock? Phone call. Cute Fido. That wasn't it.
Wasn't what?
What the dog sounded like.
What dog? There wasn't any dog.
Yeah, but I said it bit me. Any dog that sounded like that, I would have bit it.
So the invisible dog's got to be bigger.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, good. Thank you. That happened again around 9:08.
File a notice?
Yeah, Flint got it today. He thinks he's coming in to finalize the dismissal.
That's my house, but the sound effects are an obvious fabrication.
He hid his dog for me, and I knew it. So I went back on Tuesday night with a camera.
Tuesday? Isn't it the night your client committed suicide, Mr. Flint?
Sadly, it was.
Irrelevant, Your Honor. You can hear for yourself. Every time his phone rang, the hound barked.
Did you record the suicide?
I don't know. I was concentrating on the dog. But I think I did hear a firecracker or something around 10:30. It's on the tape.
What time did your client shoot himself?
About 10:30.
I can fast forward if you like. But there was no phone calls after 10. No barking, nothing very interesting.
Look, I did not receive all these calls that night. It was a quiet evening.
I thought you said somebody shot himself.
Not until 10:30.
Look, you might as well give me the money. You know you can well afford it.
You can go to hell. I got a call after 10 o'clock.
Well, perhaps I made a mistake. There might have been a phone call a few minutes after 10.
It was later than that. It was closer to 10:30. I spoke with someone.
Is that so, Mr. Flint?
Agent Kowalski.
You told the police you were out in your car at 10:30.
I was.
Well, you just said that you were home talking on the phone. Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we look over your phone records.
You're not going to get my phone records. The hearing was yesterday. The subpoena request was denied by a visiting judge.
Hey, Flint, you met my buddy Muggsy? He needs a good criminal lawyer. You know anybody? And I'm sure you remember my man Slider.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
This man impersonated a judge, Your Honor, and he set the whole thing up. I'm not going to take this.
The hearing's tomorrow, Flint, and you know what? You're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's not going to hold up. You can't get away with this. None of you. Marcus Flint doesn't lose cases.
You should have paid the $200, Jack. I told you that fool hated to lose.
He's gonna lose big time if those phone records put him at home when Bagley hit the bullet.
Well, my testimony, he goes down. I'm gonna see y'all later.
All right.
That's right. Au revoir, my love.
Don't forget, my dog barks were crucial.
Personally, I think we owed only Mr. Damon Pickford, you know?
Get in the car.
I don't think you're going anywhere.
Give up, Flint. You're over.
You can't testify if you're dead.
What you gonna do, tell everybody I committed suicide too?
No. You got carjacked. Too bad you didn't give him the keys.
Oh, yeah. But you forgot one thing.
What's that?
I don't want to be dead.
Ice. Let's go.
Marcus Flint, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak with an attorney.
And you're gonna need a good one.
And to have the attorney present during questioning. If you so desire and cannot afford one, an attorney will be provided for you without charge. The phone records put Flint inside his house 60 seconds before Bagley was killed.
So you indicted him for murder?
Yep. With ICE's testimony, we'll convict.
Even though I'm a heroin trafficker.
We found the property clerk who tampered with the doll.
Doesn't mean you're not a crook. Just means you weren't a crook this time.
A simple thank you would suffice.
Kowalski?
Sir.
Flint is claiming that he was tricked with some bogus court hearing. I have to ask you, did you know about it?
No, sir, nothing.
Very well. Oh, this just came in. I think you might deserve this.
You know what? We can grab a burger at the airport. It was great working with you. And in fact, I'm going to send you a little postcard with the Statue of Liberty on it.
I don't believe it. You're transferred to Los Angeles. You're working for me. I'm sorry. I don't speak Japanese.
Min nani sashimi kudasai. Domo arigato. Like one little surprise after another, isn't it?
You ain't kidding.